What a dream come true. I've come to Greenville, South Carolina on one of the hottest days of the summer, but I'm not even noticing it because I'm visiting with Julie Hill and her yard is nothing but flowers. Julie, how in the world did we come to a little place in the suburbs that doesn't look like the suburbs?
Well, we started by digging grass up. I moved here 3 years ago and I'm kind of an anti-grass person. And so I decided to get rid of grass. And so I started digging grass up.
And did you know that this is how you envision things evolving?
Oh, no. This started last fall. I moved here 3 years ago and this was all grass. There was 2 Japanese maples that kind of fell out of the sky. And I just started digging up grass on the perimeter and adding some beds. And then last fall, I thought, you know what, I'm never gonna have farmland. Let's just dig the rest of it up and make flowers.
And you had grown flowers in Texas, so it wasn't that much of a switch. Tell me what the things you're growing here that you were familiar with.
Well, really nearly everything because the climates are very similar. It's hotter in Texas, believe it or not. The zinnias, of course, grow everywhere. We grew lots and lots of rudbeckia. The vitex trees are kind of things I brought that I love from Texas. And then, you know, some of the other perennials, the salvias and such.
You are, by training and trade, a landscape designer.
I am.
And you're continuing with that here in Greenville.
I do, yes. And I am a native plant nut, which you wouldn't know it by the zinnias, except zinnias do come from Mexico. But I really have a desire to help people grow more flowers and more native plants here. And so I do design gardens and landscapes.
But you found that people, when they see flowers, they want to find a way to have them. So you have found a group of people and y'all have an organization. And tell me about that organization.
We are the South Carolina Upstate Flower Growers. We kind of found each other because we all have a love for flowers, and we all decided to build this community of flower growers because we're better together. We're helping each other out. And so we collected this year. We've kind of formed a little group. We've got some great activities going on, and some of the flower growers sell to florists or make their own bouquets, and we collected together to just create that flower community and bring awareness to the Greenville.
There's a real trend now of new and emerging farmers and people doing things differently, and y'all are fitting into that niche. And one of the things that Clemson, the agribusiness people, tell people is you need to know if there's an outlet for the product that you are invested in, and y'all have found that there are outlets that and so tell me some of the outlets that y'all have found here.
There are outlets. We have a wonderful small group of floral designers, young women who are super talented.
And they enjoy having the opportunity to get your flowers.
And they are loving local flowers. There are cheerleaders for this area, and what's been fun, I'm the only urban garden, so what's been fun for me is they actually come here and look at the flowers, and we cut together and they tell me about their designs. So the floral designers are a big part of our group. And then a couple of our other farmers are involved with the markets downtown, the farmers markets. So it's a growing market, and I think when people see what's going on here, they get very excited about it.
You have made some adjustments in how you actually prepare your beds because you've got this red clay in the upstate.
Oh, yes.
So let's talk about what you've done to make sure that you've got the best growing environment.
Well, I'm reading a lot about raised beds, and rather than pulling out the wood to make sides, I created permanent raised beds with lots and lots of organics, compost, constantly. These beds will never be walked on, and they'll be used year after year, and it makes for wonderful drainage. So that red clay, we could dig in here, you could really be hard pressed to find that red clay because it's really been mixed up so it has good drainage.
And of course you've got to have high quality, so you've got an irrigation system set in that doesn't wet the flowers.
Right. I use drip irrigation. It's so economical for one thing. I can run it for some time to really moisten the soil up. I water deeply, not shallow. so that it runs several hours twice a week if we need it. I haven't really had to run it this month so far, but June and July was pretty hot.
And one thing is, I think you can schedule your day. Tell me how you usually run your day.
Well, with the heat, I'm up very early. I'm kind of an early bird anyway, so I'm up before the sun rises. I'm out here as the sun is rising, and it's a beautiful time to start your day with a cup of coffee. But I cut flowers early in the morning. That way they don't wilt. And so I'm usually out here cutting flowers, finish flower cutting by 7 to 7:30, and then spend the rest of the time weeding, planting, all of those things, and my day is done by noon.
A pretty good way to be a farmer.
Not a bad way, yes.
Well, I think people would love to know more about you and your association, so tell us how we can find y'all.
Sure. My personal website with my design business is southernwilddesign.com. And then our group's website, which is a great resource because we have events and the list of our farmers on there, is scupstateflowers.com.
I want to thank you so much for taking out the grass and creating this oasis in downtown Greenville.
Thank you for coming.